No one ever thought Amanda and Clive Owen's beautiful life would end the way it did. To everyone watching from the outside, they looked like the perfect couple, living an amazing and simple life in the peaceful hills of Yorkshire. They were raising 9 children while working hard to manage a hill farm. They also became popular through their TV appearances, which made their lifestyle seem even more magical. But behind the photos and the television screen, there were serious problems building up for a long time. When their marriage finally broke down, it left deep emotional pain, especially for Clive Owen, the quiet farmer who never wanted to be famous in the first place. Since the separation, Clive's life has taken a very emotional and difficult path that many people didn't expect. Their love story began in a simple and unexpected way. In 1995, Amanda met Clive by chance when she applied for a shepherd's job in Wiltshire. Amanda, who grew up in Huddersfield, had always loved the countryside. She wanted a life connected to nature, and that wish brought her to Clive's farm. Clive was much older than Amanda and had lived alone for years, focused on farming. But when they met, their love for farming brought them together quickly. They soon became a couple, both in love and in work. In 2000, they got married and started their big family. Over time, they had 9 children and raised them all on the farm, surrounded by animals, nature, and a lot of hard work. As their family grew, Amanda took on more responsibilities. She cared for the children, helped with the animals, and managed the daily tasks of farm life. She handled the difficulties with strength and a good sense of humor. In the early 2000s, Amanda began writing a blog about their daily life. What started as simple stories about the farm became popular because of her honest and funny way of describing things. People loved reading about their life and the beauty of living close to nature. In 2011, the media took interest. A TV show called The Dales featured Amanda and Clive's farm life. It gave viewers a close look at their remote life in Yorkshire. This was their first step into the public eye. Suddenly, their quiet life was being shown on television. While the attention brought new chances and more money, it also made their personal differences harder to ignore. Clive and Amanda had very different personalities. Amanda was curious and excited about the new opportunities, while Clive was quiet and cautious. He didn't like being on camera and worried about how fame might change their life. Over time, Amanda became more comfortable with the spotlight. She talked to the media and led most of the interviews, while Clive stayed in the background. This difference slowly created tension. Amanda saw the TV shows as a way to share their lifestyle with the world. But Clive felt that the cameras were invading their privacy. As the family became more famous, the pressures increased. The media started judging how they raised their kids and even commented on the condition of their old farmhouse. Clive found this very hard to deal with. He preferred a peaceful, simple life, and now everything felt stressful and exposed. His frustration sometimes showed during filming, and he admitted later that he had anger issues that only made things worse between him and Amanda. Their simple farm life turned into a life filled with scripts, filming schedules, and outside judgment. While Amanda tried to keep everything together, the growing differences between them became more obvious. Amanda wanted to keep growing the show and explore more personal stories. Clive wanted things to stay as they were. This caused even more arguments. In 2015, their story reached a larger audience when they appeared on Ben Fogle's New Lives in the Wild. This appearance led to the start of Our Yorkshire Farm in 2018, a show that became very popular. Millions of people loved watching their life on the remote farm. But the filming made their problems even worse. Clive's temper was harder to manage, and Amanda became more and more involved in the public world. She had new ideas for the show and wanted to do more, but Clive didn't agree. He liked the original idea of simply showing farm life without too much drama. Amanda's growing fame led to interviews, books, and speaking events. Clive, on the other hand, felt left out. He didn't enjoy the attention and didn't want to keep expanding their public presence. People close to them noticed that Amanda seemed to be doing everything alone. She was juggling parenting, public work, and Clive's changing moods. In one interview, Amanda mentioned how difficult it had become. She felt alone and exhausted. Clive also admitted later that he didn't want Amanda to leave the farm or change their life. He wanted to keep her close, and this fear made their relationship worse. During all of this, Clive was also dealing with serious health issues. His hip had been hurting for years due to the physical work on the farm. He ignored the pain because he was always focused on work and family. But by 2019, the pain was too much. He finally went to a doctor and was told he needed hip replacement surgery. Years of carrying heavy loads and walking on rough land had damaged his hip badly. When doctors operated, they found the damage was worse than expected. The surgery took longer than planned, but it was successful. Clive had to rest and recover, which was hard for someone used to working every day. Amanda and the kids helped him, and slowly he started feeling better. For the first time in years, he could move without pain. But even though Clive was healing physically, the emotional problems in their marriage remained. The stress, the fame, and their differences didn't go away. As the show grew more popular, the media kept digging into their lives. People talked about Amanda possibly seeing someone new, though she never confirmed it. Amanda talked about how overwhelmed she felt trying to manage everything while also dealing with Clive's mood swings. She felt like she was doing everything alone, even when Clive was physically there. Amanda began taking on new projects outside the farm. She appeared on BBC Radio, Winter Walks, and Live Winter on the Farm. She became known for her honesty and storytelling. But while she grew in the public eye, Clive stayed behind, feeling more and more distant. Their paths had started together, with a shared love for farming and nature. But over time, they changed. Amanda moved forward into the public world, while Clive stayed rooted in the land. Their story, once so full of hope and love, had slowly fallen apart under the weight of fame, stress, and emotional distance. Amanda and Clive Owen lived on a remote farm in Yorkshire, raising their 9 children together. Amanda embraced modern ideas about farming and became a well-known media figure, while Clive preferred traditional methods. As Amanda's career grew, Clive began experiencing hip pain again, despite having surgery. This physical discomfort added to his frustration, especially as Amanda continued to succeed. Watching her progress while he felt stuck likely caused emotional strain. Rumors of frequent arguments and emotional distance between them began to circulate, which they did not deny. Their lives were taking different directions, with Amanda stepping into the spotlight, something Clive never desired. Eventually, the growing issues in their relationship became impossible to ignore. In 2022, Amanda and Clive officially announced their separation after 22 years of marriage. Their decision was not due to scandal or bitterness but was a mutual understanding that their relationship had reached its end. The announcement surprised many fans who admired their resilience and authenticity on their show, Our Yorkshire Farm. In a joint statement, they expressed sadness over the separation but emphasized it was the right choice for their family's future. They remained committed to raising their children and maintaining their business partnership at Ravensheath Farm. Despite the calm public announcement, the emotional impact was significant. Amanda found herself juggling a growing media career, motherhood, and farm responsibilities. Clive, no longer in the public eye, struggled with sadness and resentment. Their interactions became more businesslike, focusing on work rather than personal connection. Clive admitted he had difficulty accepting that he was no longer the family's main provider. As Amanda's public profile grew, Clive felt resentment and coped by drinking, which led to arguments. He acknowledged that his anger and behavior pushed Amanda away, making her dread coming home. The show Our Yorkshire Farm began to reflect their changing relationship. Scenes became more segmented, with Amanda and Clive often filmed separately. The show's focus gradually shifted more towards Amanda, mirroring the emotional distance between them. For many fans, it felt like the story was unraveling. In December 2022, a surprising development occurred. Amanda and Clive reunited behind the scenes for a new Channel 5 series, Beyond the Yorkshire Farm, Reuben and Clive. While Amanda did not appear on camera, she was involved in shaping the show's direction, supporting their son Reuben's new business venture. The series followed Reuben and Clive as they started a digging and excavation business, symbolizing growth and continuity for the Owen family. Amanda's involvement, though off-screen, indicated a quiet but meaningful reunion based on shared values and commitment to their children. This collaboration led to speculation about their relationship. Some insiders suggested that Amanda and Clive maintained a deep friendship and mutual respect, focusing on co-parenting and their children's well-being. Others believed they had found personal happiness separately but remained connected through their family foundation. In 2024, Clive faced another significant health challenge, undergoing a second hip replacement surgery. The procedure was necessary due to worsening chronic pain. During the surgery, complications arose, and Clive's life was at risk. Medical staff acted quickly to stabilize him, and it was later revealed that an undiagnosed health condition had contributed to the complications. Amanda, close to tears, recounted the terrifying experience, expressing that they could have lost him. Clive's recovery was more challenging than expected, involving prolonged inflammation and mobility issues. He required intensive physiotherapy and ongoing medical appointments. Amanda remained a constant source of support, balancing her responsibilities while caring for Clive. The loss of independence was particularly hard for Clive, who was used to being active on the farm. Amanda managed the household, cared for their children, and maintained her professional commitments, all while supporting Clive through his recovery. Despite these challenges, Amanda and Clive continued to work together. They embarked on a new project, a Channel 4 series called Our Farm Next Door, focusing on restoring a long-abandoned farmhouse they purchased together. Amanda led the renovations, and Clive contributed his farming knowledge. This project represented a new beginning for them, highlighting their continued partnership. However, concerns about Clive's health persisted. Reports indicated increasing fatigue and dizziness, suggesting he was no longer the physically strong figure he once was. The effects of a lifetime of farming and recent surgeries were taking a toll. While they remained united in purpose as co-parents and business partners, there was an undeniable sense of vulnerability surrounding Clive's health. Their partnership endured, shaped by loyalty, shared history, and love for their family. As life on the farm continued, only time would reveal the challenges and triumphs that lay ahead for Clive Owen.